Good. What's good, YouTube? What's cracking lacking? Oh wait, I didn't even set it up. Wait, how the fuck did I do this? All right, there we go. Damn, this shit's a lot easier now. What's good with YouTube? We chilling right here at work. You know what I mean? Decided to hop on a live real quick, see what's cracking out there with everybody. Cause here in California and Los Angeles, it is a gloomy day. The weather's just gloomy. You know what I mean? No sunny days today. So much for the land of the sunshine, right? But what's good with everybody out there? How's everybody's Saturday going? You know, like always, we're right here at work. You know what I mean? What's good, Mr. Pasa? What's cracking like it, my boy? We're right here at the Halle, you know. Decided to go on a live real quick. See what's up with everybody. What's up with our weather, man? It's gloomy as fuck. Maybe having some bipolar ass weather of lately. It's been going from hot as fuck to like a little bit of rain, like, you know, gloomy, then hot as fuck again. It's the end of the world. The rapture's coming. Oh, that's true, huh? You're right. That's right. That is true. That's crazy, huh? We're already going into October, practically? Fuck. What's good with you? Hustle through the struggle. What's cracking like it, my boy? Yeah, I completely forgot, huh? That we're already knocking on October. Knocking on that Halloweeny. Serio, my boy. I woke up today and I was like, what the fuck? Like, damn, wasn't it just sunny the other day? That's right, my boy. Getting your snack on. But what's good with everybody, though? What you guys up to on this Saturday? On this fine Saturday? Not really much, huh? Because with this weather, like, it doesn't really motivate to do nothing, you know what I mean? Like, this weather kind of gives you, like, more like the kickback type of vibe, you know what I mean? They say that Earth magnetic field is moving more. No, Earth magnetic field does move. It does move. It legitimately moves. That's not a conspiracy. It legitimately does move. You know what I mean? That shit legitimately does move. It's a trip, bro. It is a trip. Now, I don't know, like, how much does it move, like, on a day-to-day and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I know that it does move. But that's a trip, though. Had work, but God, chilling. That's right, my boy. Is the world flat or round? Well, neither, actually. It's more. It's the world is shaped more like an egg. You know, like it's more like an egg shape. So it's not like actually round. It's more like oval-ish. I know the tortas are round. ¿De jamón? ¿De jamón o de carne asada? So technically the earth is oval shaped. Why do people still vouch for Cowboy despite him being high-risk sex offender? The reason for that is just one thing and one thing only, my boy. Because of Nipsey. Plain and simple. The only reason why people still back him up and vouch for him is because he was cool with Nipsey, bro. Look, Nipsey, let me tell you, Nipsey, you know, todo respeto for Nipsey, R.I.P. to him. But Nipsey was just a regular, like, gangbanger, just like any other homeboy that's out there, right? Like any homie that's a gang member, right? He was just like anybody else. Like, he was not more than the next man, you know what I mean? So, meaning that he had no more knowledge than anybody else, right? So if there's homies from the sets that don't know about his that didn't know about his paperwork and stuff like that, then it's safe to assume that Nipsey didn't know about his background, because if Nipsey's approaching this man, right, and telling him that he got to bounce because he snitched, right, that guy that shot him, right, hey, homie, you told, homie, so you got to bounce. If Nipsey approached this man like that, do you honestly believe if he knew about Cowboy's paperwork that he would still be hanging around with the individual? Knowing that he's approaching this man and telling him, hey, homie, you're no good, you got to dip. You think he would have been still cool with Cowboy if he knew about Cowboy? He was cool with Cowboy because he didn't know about Cowboy. And the only reason why Cowboy went in defense for Nipsey is because he felt that maybe if I do this, then people will forgive me for my paperwork and, and shit like that. That's my personal opinion, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, it's nothing to me, he's not from my neighborhood, and you know what I mean? He's not in my area, so I could care less. But I'm just saying that's why I feel like people still vouch for him, because Nipsey's somebody who's highly respected. So they feel if they diss him, it's like dissing Nipsey, even though they're completely two different people. But you'll be surprised how people see it in this world, bro. People feel because he associates himself with someone that's righteous, and he's got to be righteous. But of course they're going to see it like that because they're not from the street, so they don't understand the dynamics behind it. You know what I mean? Much love from AZ. That's right. Shout out to AZ. Civilians be putting their 2 cents onto people's cases, gang related or not. Yeah, but that's because people put that shit out there. You know what I mean? But it's crazy though. That's one of the reasons when people tell me why don't I speak on like cases or talk about like incidents with individuals. This is the reason why, bro. Because I know that people are going to try to drop their 2 cents. Not only are you risking the person's case, right, if he wants to appeal it and stuff like that, right? You're risking now compromising, people's perspective on the incident, right? But because people are going to be dropping their 2 cents and stirring the pot, you get what I'm saying? That's why I don't talk about people and the shit that they have done and stuff like that. For that very reason. Is there a lot of sueños over there where you live? That fool said Portland, Oregon. I live in California, my guy. But there is a lot of homies in Portland. You know what I mean? Actually, I wouldn't mind living in Portland. I don't see the big deal. Honestly, I really wouldn't understand what's the big deal about living in Portland, Oregon. Like, is it that bad over there? What the fuck? Like, I don't get it. Like, what's wrong with Oregon? I talked to a few homies that are over there, and sometimes when we video time each other, like, it looks all right. It looks cool. It looks just like over here, kind of. A little bit more trees and a little bit more greener, but other than that, it looks about the same. They got gangbanging over there too. That shit was funny though. That was it in Portland, Oregon. I like your sense of humor though. I'm just chilling at home right now at this time. That's right, my boy, doing your thing. Smoke some mota time. That's right. Just because Cowboy did good things for Nipsey legacy, that doesn't excuse him for the wrong. Exactly. That's kind of like saying if I commit a murder and I donate to charity or to the homeless, that automatically justifies my action. No, it doesn't. But see, people who have committed these kind of sins think that that's what's going to happen because of their ego, right? They think that my plan's going to work because they're in their head, their plan is always going to work, bro. You know what I mean? Those are egotistic individuals that feel like they could get away with this kind of shit, bro. That's why in their head, there's always a way out, or there's always, shortcuts there. But there's always a way to slither, bro, because of their ego. You know what I'm saying? There's always a way, bro. Did you hear somebody call West Coast Graffiti or on American Cholo show and said Norby is silence boy? Did they? Nah, I didn't. For me, I watch these channels like once in a while. Like it's kind of hard to like have time to like really go through people's content. Like the only time like I'm aware of stuff what's going on is people would be surprised how many emails I get on a day-to-day, bro. But I get a lot, homie. And people send me clips right to my email. They send me clips of like certain videos, like, but they just clip like the part I guess that they found interesting and they send it to me and to get my perspective on it. But that's sometimes how I find out about certain things, right? Because like on my personal time, like when I do have time to watch YouTube, I'm normally watching something that's like historical or like something that has to do with science or psychology but something like educational. Like it's rare that I dive into any kind of street stuff, because sometimes I need a break from the streets too. You know what I mean? I fucking live on the streets, all the time, bro. That it's like it really doesn't catch my attention on my spare time. Like, this person's not gonna be able to tell me something that I really don't know, Buenas noches. Oh, that's right. Is it noches? No, over here is daytime. It's just that we've been having some gloomy ass weather, so it kind of looks like dark as fuck. See, our sky's like gloomy as fuck. California gets gloomy weather sometimes too. Did you see the Pocho One interview on Tony? No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to scope that one out. Because that's one thing. I actually do like Rodham Radio. I like the interviews with artists and stuff like that. So I actually do peep him out. You know what I mean? Like, if it's anything like music related, like Chicano related, like, it does catch my attention. That's something that I actually would be like, okay, I'm gonna go back and watch that. You know what I mean? Compared to like somebody from the streets. No offense to them or nothing like that. It's just that, it doesn't really pull my interest all that much. I'm in Texas. That's right. Orale, that's right. How's it in Texas, bro? I got a few homies out there. They say that it's pretty chingon. Well, they say that the price over there of living is better than over here, because over here the price of living and for food and all that is fucking ridiculous. Especially the gas. Before I put gas earlier today, my boy, that shit was like 6 something a gallon, my boy. 6 something a gallon. Joder su puta madre, me van a pobre los hijos de su puta madre. Serio, fool, it was like $6.23 a gallon, fool. I was like, fucking me. And that it was a fucking Arco, my boy. Supposed to be the cheap shit, you know what I mean? ¿Te imaginas if I would have got a fucking Chevron or 70? Oh, hijo de su puta madre. Had pobre los güeyes. Us broke for we don't got money like that, homie. We ain't like these rest of these fools botting out here, my boy. We in the struggle, homie. No feds. Pero we wanted to be callejeros, no? That's how I scare my kids, like, hey, you have to do good in school, and that you're gonna have a job like me, eh? So you relocated? That's right. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, my boy. Shit is cheaper and shit like that, you know what I mean? Have I ever ran into my subscribers in person? Believe it or not, yes, and a lot. A lot. I have ran into so many of my subscribers, it's not even funny, bro. I have ran into them in Target. I have ran into them in Walmart. I ran into them in the liquor store. I ran into them at the park. I have ran into them in McDonald's, Burger King. I ran into them in the Linwood Plaza. The Linwood, it's kind of like a Swami. Ran into them there. But yeah, I ran into a lot of my subscribers, a lot. And actually became cool with a lot of them that like we be chopping it up on a day to day, Firme gente, you know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, I bumped into a gang of my subscribers. But like, cause how like they're all local, like to where I live. Because like I said, I really do live in the ghetto. Like I live literally still in the hood. Well, not my hood, but I still live in the ghetto, So, I have people who are street related around me all the time, like, so I have ran into a lot of them. They'll be like, hey, what's up, man? Watch your channel. Some just stay staring at me, you know what I mean? And I kind of like, what's up? Like, there was this one time, right? We were at Target, and there was this vato, and he was with his homie and, female. And they're all banged out and everything like that. And the vato was just looking at me, so I kind of got bothered, you know what I mean? I was kind of like, what the fuck, like, why isn't he? Because keep this in mind, I'm from the streets, my boy. So if you're just staring at me like that without saying something, I'm going to think something else, you know what I mean? But I was with my girl, my kids, so I just told my girl, hey, take the kids over there. And I told her, hey, what's up with me? Like, where you from, He was like, nah, it's hey, you know what? I watch your channel. I was like, órale, oh, firme, I felt bad after, but I was like, a toda madre, But in my head, I'm thinking, I'm from the streets. I got to prepare myself, like if they're going to try, you know what I mean? Like, I just got to know what's cracking because I'm just somebody who just doesn't like to leave it like that. Like, you know, being like caught by surprise or some shit like that. Like if you're gonna have some issues, like we might as well get it over with right now, you know? Instead of like wondering or having to keep looking behind, watching my back, like you know what I mean? So I'm just like, so you know, not to be like down, oh that's down, or to be cool or something like that. It's just that when you're from the street, you just gotta prepare. You know, you just gotta know your surroundings. You just gotta know what's happening. You know what I mean? Not to be like trying to be tough or nothing like that, but you just want to not be caught unexpected. You know, because at the end of the day, anything could still happen in the streets. You know what I mean? You know, but yeah, they were cool people, man. That's why I tell people I prefer like if you recognize you come in like say what's up instead of just looking because I'm gonna think something else, you know. Because before I don't have an ego to me, so the first thing when they're looking at me, the first thing in my head is not like, oh, they probably recognize me from my channel. No, the first thing is like what's up with these fools? Like they're trying to get it cracking, you know, because of the streets or something. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking about YouTube. You know, I don't view myself like that. Like who the fuck am I? I know that there's some people que se les infla el, you know, platos feel like they're celebrities. Like, ah, su madre, hoy nomás. Do you know Boxer from Barrio Pasadena Rifa? He's my neighbor and OG. He's cool. Nah, I don't, my boy. There's only like about 2 homies that I know from Pasas, from Barrio Pasadena Rifa, and a long time ago. But yeah, I don't know no Boxer. I know that they do their thing. I know more people from like Southside Pasadena, Northside Pasadena, because one of the homies that I rap with, you know, who I do music with, he's from Northside Pasadena. You know, he's part of the MOD camp. Devil Silent Boy's always looking around it. He is. Feel me? That was crazy. Nah, but yeah, I don't know why they say that Norby's white because what like they're supposed to be him white, but don't they show their faces though? Like, wouldn't they be able to tell the difference? Or are they trying to say they look alike? But they did have a special event in Lancaster Boulevard today, and there were before fish or fries. That's right, my boy. So they got something going on over there. That's good. That's good. You got to get the community, you know, some shit going on for the community, you know, keep them entertained and out of trouble. That's good though when they do shit like that. You know, it's messed up that sometimes, you know, like when you try to do shit like that, like in, I guess you could say the ghettos or whatever the fuck, that some shit always has to pop off to fuck it up for everybody. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know, because I know that it's rare that there's shit that like around where I stay at that shit. Before they used to do like fairs, right? They used to do like a fair right there in Huntington Park, and they used to do one right there in Bell on Gage, right? On Gage and Atlantic, and they used to do one in Maywood on Slauson, right? But with so many fucking desmadre that happens, you know, like you know, like they haven't done it in a cool minute already, bro. You know, I haven't seen shit, bro, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because they normally like, there's always one right there in Bell on Gage and Atlantic where the Shoe City used to be at, right? Because that shit's an abandoned building and it's still abandoned, right? I passed through there earlier today to take some money out of the bank. That shit's still abandoned, you know, and that's where they normally have it, but they haven't had shit lately. Not even in Southgate. They used to do one in Southgate también, you know, right on, I think it was Tweedy. Was it Tweedy or Firestone? No, I think it was Tweedy or Firestone. One of those two, right? They used to do a fair right there, and they haven't done that shit either. Because I used to like going to those, you know? But they haven't had any madres, my boy. I'm just like, what the fuck? But like I said, there's always gente that fucks it up, you know? There's ni modos. Because, like, don't get me wrong, when I would go to those fairs, I used to see homies, you know, deep, full mobbing, you know what I mean? Because they would bang on me or whatever. But, you know, the vatos would always be deep. But it was always homies from around those barrios, from the area, you know? Little chap from La Sierra raps. Nah, I don't, my boy. He raps. Where can I find his music on here? Shit, I gotta scope that out, my boy. See, I like giving individuals like that. Like I like to react to individuals like that, like individuals that are coming up that hardly like nobody knows of. You know what I mean? Because I feel like those are the ones that really do got talent. And the thing is that nobody ever, like, how could I say, nobody ever helps them out. Like nobody ever shines some light on them. You know, like one thing I hate when people do, like people that are like successful, right? Like the ones that are already like, you know, arriba, they say, well, I'm not just gonna bring anybody onto my. Their goal is to help the raza, help the Chicanos, and help these fools. Do them a paro, right? But they say that they just don't want to bring anybody in. That they first have to have a buzz to them, right? And then they'll bring them on. And it's like, if their goal is to get a buzz, for you to help them get a buzz, but you're not willing to bring them on there until they have a buzz, then why would they need you if they already have a buzz at that point? Isn't it the whole point of helping these individuals is to help them get a buzz? So that makes no sense that you're not going to help them until they become somebody. Because when you say that, that only means that that the only thing you're looking out for is yourself, because you're only willing to bring somebody who's already known to bring attraction to your channel. Therefore, you're not looking to help them. You're looking for them to help you, bro. So what the fuck are we kidding here? The whole point is that you want to bring people who nobody know. That way they get known. Not, why am I going to bring somebody who's already known and then telling him that I'm going to help him get known? Like, no, man. But they make it sound good, huh? They make it sound good. They to convince people, and it's like, the fuck, man. You know, they don't really think their shit through. Yeah, they look alike. It's a joke. They were the same person. Oh, all right. Yeah, I figured that's what it was going with. Like, yeah, they do kind of look alike. I ain't gonna lie. Who's Norby though? Like, I only seen like one short. Like, I think it was a short, right, of him. I don't know whose podcast he was on. Well, what is he? Is he like a rapper or what? I'm not too familiar with him. But nothing bad happened over there today. Even NTC's hood, but it was all right. That's right. Real security guards, huh? Not like those ghetto hood fools that they get. Like Jose Luis and Censura, you know, you get the hood fools. You know, Jose Luis and Censura, you used to have fools running up there and throwing putazos. I ain't gonna lie, a few of my homies came out in some of those episodes, bro. I'm just like, oh, wait, my boy. Like, hey, before I see your ass on Jose Luis and Censura, we were like, yeah, my boy, we got $20. Like, no, I mean, that fool said $20. I just started laughing. That fool was not kidding either. What are your thoughts on abortions? To me, abortions is a very, very touchy subject, a very difficult subject, because one, I'm not a woman, obviously. So who am I to tell a woman, you know, what they should do with their life, their body, and their decisions, right? Is their life, not mine, right? So who am I to be telling people how they should live or what choices they should make? You know, I don't know them. I don't know. I don't know what's best for them, you know, because I'm not in their predicament or their situation. You get what I'm saying? So now people say, no, well, you know, they should never, you know, have say if they're not willing to deal with, you know, what comes with it. And I'm aware of that. Yeah, you know, you got to be responsible and stuff like that. You know, no doubt, right? Because it's not the baby's fault. You know what I mean? But at the same time, though, there is predicaments, and people always forget this part because most people live like cool lives. Like most people don't really go through problems in their life, right? So most people have like pretty decent lives, right? With not real like traumatic events in their lives, right? So of course these thoughts are absent from their mind, right? But there is certain scenarios where the dad rapes the daughter, the uncle rapes the daughter, or the grandpa, or the brother, the cousin, or the girl just gets raped by some random individual. You know what I mean? You have scenarios like that, right? And then they impregnate the girl. So now you're telling her she can't abort it. It's against the law. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, could you imagine the relationship now of bearing a child from an individual who you were just raped, or it being your father or something like that. Because believe it or not, that shit happens a lot. Where the dad rapes his own daughter or the uncle or whatever, bro. It happens a lot, bro. As sick and twisted as that shit sounds, bro, it happens a lot, homie. There's a lot of sick individuals out there, bro. And I think people always forget that those kind of scenarios, because why would they be thinking about shit like that, right? Or it's absent from their, overall, culture. So it's like, nah, that wouldn't happen. Like, bro, look it up. You'll be surprised how many cases there is, bro. Like, not even bullshitting or, I'm telling you, if people were really to look into the kind of shit that goes on this world, bro, people would be fucking horrified with humanity, bro. Like, how the fuck could someone do that to their own, bro? Man, homie, I don't even be knowing. That shit's crazy, bro. It's fucking sickening, fool. And so that's why, like, a lot of these people that have to deal with these cases, man, they go through a lot, bro, because it's overwhelming reading all that shit, bro, because it makes you sick. It makes you like how the fuck could they do this? You get mad too. You know what I mean? But as someone, like, that's your profession, you got to control your emotions. You know what I mean? You can't let your emotions get the best of you, especially if you're a social worker or therapist or something like that, right? You know what I mean? You got to learn how to keep your composure. But sometimes it's just like, fuck, dude. Like, the shit that people do is fucking outrageous, bro. Like, it's really outrageous, homie. And that's real shit, bro. Like, and I think people really forget about that. Like, thinking, nah, shit like that don't happen, or it's not going to happen. Like, bro. Or, no, it doesn't happen at least here where I live. Like, look it up, bro. But see, these are incidents and cases that the news doesn't cover or nothing. Like, it's stuff that you actually have to go and search up, right? And then you'll see all these, and then first thing in your head you'll be wondering too is like, wait, why ain't this shit making the news? Like, why ain't the news covering this shit? Like, the fuck? Believe it or not, look, I live in the ghetto, bro. I live in the slums. Where I live, there's fucking shootings all the time, fucking helicopters. The Huda has perimeters closed down. That shit never makes the news, my boy. And that shit, it doesn't even make Citizens app. Citizens app's an app where, it lets you know about the crimes around your area. So that shit don't even make it on there, my boy. So that's why when people be like, nah, around this area, oh, man, look at the crime report, man. It doesn't show no crime. Like, bro, a lot of those crimes don't even make it on there, my boy. A lot of shit that happens, bro, a lot of people don't even report it on me. Like, like a lot of the shit ain't even, publicized unless you live in these areas. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these people want to keep the image of their city, right? Like, it's a nice city right here. Come and shop at our city. Come and live in our city. They want to hold this image about their city. So that's the reason why they choose to keep everything under wraps, bro. Because if your cities was, if you're, the council of your city, right? If this is making the airwaves and stuff like that, it's going to make your city look bad, and less people are going to be traveling or visiting your city, so less revenue. And that's not what these individuals are going to want, bro. It's all fucking politics, and it's all attached back to money, bro. Because they rather care about money, their overall financial situation, than care about the truth being put out there or actually fixing these fucking problems to begin with. It's crazy, bro. But to them, if it didn't make no money, it made no sense, right? That's real talk. Shout out to Inglewood, California, my boy. That's right. Whoa, whoa. Rato sombra. All right, that's right, my boy. Ahí te guacho. Incident is sickening. Yes, it is, my boy, and it happens a lot. It happens a lot, bro. No lie, that shit happens a lot. Like I said, bro, it's sickening, the kind of shit. So that's why when like bills like this, hit the thing, I understand both sides' perspectives, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, why I choose to lean more into the I don't think it should be against the law is because who the fuck am I to tell a person how the decisions they should make in their lives and shit like that? You get what I mean? Like, I'm nobody. Like, bro, I'm not gonna have to be in that predicament, in that situation. I don't know, what they got going on. So how am I going to be able to come and tell this individual what's right and what's wrong for them? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's something that person has to really think about and them decide, I can't tell people how to live their lives, That's why, like, when people be like, "Hey, man, you should make, a video exposing this person or this person," you know what I mean? That way people can start fucking with it. And it's like, bro, I can't come on to YouTube and tell people who they should fuck with and who they can't fuck with, or what channel they should be watching, what channel they shouldn't be watching, bro. Like, bro, they're entitled to do whatever the hell they want, bro. Like, who the fuck am I to be telling people what they can and can't do, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have my opinion on like, what do I think about individuals, but as in to try to persuade people or tell people, like what they should be doing and shouldn't be doing, nah, that's wild. I know people que se les infla legal, they see it that way. They feel like that they're right? Like how the choices they make and how they go about their everyday is the right way, like is the way that everyone should be living because they're Mr. Perfect, But it's like, hey, egotistic people, bro. And the thing, like, when you're a YouTuber, like, right, people want to collab with you, right? And people want to, you get to talk to individuals, you get to meet and talk to individuals, right, behind the scenes, right? And you get to find out how a lot of these individuals are, bro. And that's why when individuals be like, hey, how come you don't collab with this person? How come you don't like, nah, because I know the true individuals, and nah. I'm just somebody who's like that. Like, I don't like lies and deceitment and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't like that fucking slick shit. And I think people feel comfortable like expressing themselves like that with me is because I'm from the streets, so they feel like, this fool gets what I'm talking about. But it's like, some of us have morals, bro, and that's some dirty shit, bro. Like, fuck that. I ain't down with that kind of shit, bro. I'm not down with the fakeness. That shit bothers me. Eso es todo, Jesus. That's right, my boy. What's cracking like in other countries? Family which can only have family with their own family bloodline. Yeah. Not only that, it's a custom throughout our history. If you just look at the civilization of man, right? The history of man, that shit was normal throughout all these countries for a long period of time. As a matter of fact, it wasn't even that long ago where that shit was seen as like, nah, fool, that's wrong. What the fuck kind of shit is that, bro? People were marrying their brothers, their tias, that's fucking wild, bro. And people can't even say, nah, I know these garachos are weird. Like, nah. It was happening also with the indigenous people, bro. No. I'm proud to be raza and everything like that, my boy. But like I said, bro, I don't come and tell lies, homie. So I'm not gonna just throw that shit on them. Like, nah, that shit was happening with each and every ethnicity, bro. Not just garachos. Nah, it was happening with everybody, my boy. Everybody was doing it. It's crazy. But then again, if you look at it, back then it was normal for I don't know, like someone who's 26 dating a 15-year-old, marrying a 15-year-old. They were seen as normal. It wasn't even that long ago. The only reason why people now have a different is not because of the woke movement and stuff like that. Why people see it different now is because we understand the science now. We understand actually the science behind everything, right? And why now we understand why it's inappropriate for that dating to be going on, because scientists have realized, oh shit, this person is still a child, so they actually have no overall like they can't really understand their situation, their scenario, right, to be making their choices, right? 15, 14, 13 is not an adult. They're not an adult, right? Because they're not able to comprehend the situations, right? While somebody who's an adult is able to comprehend that kind of stuff, right? So the reason why it's seen as bad is someone who is of this age could easily manipulate or take advantage of somebody younger, and that's why it's seen as inappropriate, right? That's why their parents have to still be in their lives and involved and stuff like that, right? Because, like I said, they still have the mind of a little kid, of a child, of a young youth, whatever, same thing, right? I know people are like, oh, well, my grandpa, he was older than my grandma by like 10 years and stuff like that. Like I said, bro, different times, homie, you know what I mean? But this is why it's seen as inappropriate, right? Because you could easily manipulate and take advantage of them. Look, the times were so different before that when people had no money, right? Like, let's say you wanted to do negocios with other things, right? You wanted to do business and stuff like that. And let's say you didn't have the feria. It was prohibited. It was allowed. It was allowed for the family to offer their daughter, like to tell the guy, well, I don't got any money, my boy, but I'll let you, I'll give you my daughter. She's attractive. You know what I mean? So, and they would accept it. Yeah, I'll take your daughter for sure. And they would start dating and shit like that, and that was a form of payment. People were able to make payments like that, dog. That's crazy, huh? Like, the fuck? And the daughter had no say so. My boy called the cops, whatever. Daughter had no say so. Well, he is your father. You got to listen to what your father says. That's how it was back then, bro. Shit's crazy. We have evolved as time has gone, bro. You know what I mean? Imagine living in those times. Fuck, dude. That's crazy. So sometimes people think it's this whole woke thing, but sometimes it's not woke, bro. It's just that now we are aware and understand things, right? And people of now in our times, right? We're like, well, dude, that's common sense, bro. Like, well, how was that shit? But like I said, different times before, and people weren't as educated as now, right? So we know that shit's bad now because of everything that we have been taught, So we are aware now, but remember, back then they didn't have this knowledge, right? So people didn't, like, why would there be an issue? You didn't have no knowledge of why it would be an issue, right? So that's why people just seen it as normal, See, one of the things that government fears, right, throughout the world, they fear their people being educated, bro. Because when people are educated, it's a lot harder to manipulate them, bro. It's a lot harder to keep them in line and keep them obeying you, right? That's why they fear people being educated, bro. Because our education system is not built for them to teach individuals. You get what I mean? Our education system is built for people to take orders, right? This person has an answer, and you have to follow the routine, and they're the only one that could provide you with the overall answer. They have the final say so. So you pretty much are trained to just take orders, but not to be independent, or to be an entrepreneur, to be successful. You know what I mean? You're pretty much built just to take orders. You know what I mean? And to how to use your memory, right? Because they don't teach individuals to how to educate them. Because you notice that once these people pass these classes, or whatever you learned in this class, people forget it like that, right? They don't even know what the fuck the teacher was talking about, right? But they passed all the tests because they were just able to remember shit, because they just teach you how to use your memory. That's it. They don't actually teach you anything. That's why when it comes to the United States, we're one of the last ones when it comes to education system, bro. Because these fuckers are not looking to educate these people, bro. And the world sees that, bro. That's why they always, be clowning on our education system and talk about how we're sheep and shit like that, bro. Because they're aware of what these motherfuckers are doing, bro. Not only that, but every genius that has ever, been out there, if you look it up, bro, has talked shit about the United States education system. How they fucking just groom their people just to take orders, bro. They have them like puppets. Because these rich motherfuckers don't want these fools being educated. They don't want these fools to, be successful now in competition with them, bro. So they just, they teach them just enough to keep them, below. Now you think these fools want to be inspiring people that, could potentially, run now against their companies or take over their companies? Shit. You know what I mean? These fools want to be in power forever, dog. They want to be enriched forever, bro. The fucking greed is fucking outrageous, bro. And like I said, those are not conspiracies, bro. Those are facts. There's fucking proof of that shit, bro, that you can go look up. And you know what their excuse is? Well, not really an excuse, because they actually write about this, is that they say that they're not keeping nothing from nobody. They're not keeping nothing from the people, because it's all public record. Because it is. They just don't tell you that it's public record, and they just don't tell you where to look. But it's out there, so they're not saying that they're keeping shit from you. Like, if you really want to know, you could go look it up. So they're not keeping shit from people. But they're not telling you that it's out there, what they're doing either. but then want to claim that they're not hiding nothing and they're open. Well, the information's out there. It's not my fault they don't go and educate themselves on the matter. Like, wow. You know, somebody's poisoned and you hide the antidote somewhere. Like, well, the antidote was there. I don't know why you didn't take it. Like, yeah, you didn't tell the motherfucker where it was at, though. It was there, though. That somehow justifies the whole scenario. Yeah, I may have known where the antidote was at, but I may have not told them. But hey, I told them it was there, somewhere in that house. But I told them it was there, though. I'm like, motherfucker, dog. It's pretty much what they're doing, you know. That is not my fault that fool died. I told that fool that the antidote was somewhere in that house. Like, yeah, but you knew where it was specifically at, though. Yeah, well, hey, it's not my fault that he didn't want to go and look for it. Our society's crazy, huh? This is why a lot of geniuses and a lot of people have like talked bad about like civilization or like how we're gonna doom ourselves, because they see the fucking crooked and corruption and the greed, you know, that's displayed by man, that makes them lose hope in humanity. You know what I mean? That's like, fuck, man, these fools are just, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to teach you, like, hey, fool, these fools are doing this and that. It's better to behave there. But people are not willing to hear it, bro. They just are stuck in their ways, bro. And it's like, that's why these fools are like, yeah, these fools are never going to change. That's why these fools are so frustrated with, you know, humanity. Yeah, you know, history with man has been chaos, bro. It has. You know, fighting. It has always been fights over stupid shit, bro. Pointless stuff. You know, society has always fought over pointless shit. To think that in 2023, and as smart as we are, you know, we send people to the moon, and you know, we have these devices that could, you know, we could talk to people across the world. As intelligent as we are, there is still wars. Like, people are still sending people to go and shoot other people that they don't know to take over territory, bro. And it's like, how crazy is that, bro? Like, we're still sacrificing people's lives for land for absolutely no reason, bro. And the more crazy part about it is that they just tell these soldiers they're gonna go over here and have to shoot these people, and the soldiers do it with no problem. Like, they have no problem going over there and just shooting a bunch of people they have never met a day in their life. Like, they're just taking orders. Like, all right, well, I'm listening to orders. The fact that you're going and doing it, shooting another human being, and there's no problem because you're just taking orders, is fucking alarming, bro. It's alarming, homie. Like, is that it? Hey, well, it's part of my job, is what I do. Or police officers, they just shot and killed the guy, and it's like, well, hey, I had to do what I had to do. Like, is that easy, bro? Is that easy to take another human's life, bro? But then they expect people to think that they care about other people. They care about the lives of others. You don't give a fuck about the lives of others, bro. That's why you're so quick to take the life of somebody, bro. Because I guarantee you, if these police officers wouldn't be getting grilled as they're getting grilled, there'll be a lot of police shootings, bro. These fools will be smoking all kinds of fools. Hey, well, that's what they get, dog. I mean, who the fuck? So them taking a life is that easy, bro. But then they have a problem with people taking, like, these fucking gangbangers killing people and stuff like that. Yeah, but then you don't have a problem when you guys have to do it. Oh, but my life was a jail. No, but see, I was in a scenario where I was like, bro, a fucking kitchen knife, bro. You have a fucking taser paper, all kinds of shit in your belt. You need to resort to your gun first. Then why do you carry those other devices with you then? Might as well just leave you with the gun, bro. What the fuck is the whole point of having pepper spray and all that shit? You ain't even gonna use it. Dog, to them, taking a life is no problem because it's the life of a criminal, bro. But they have a problem with criminals taking the life of other criminals. Just think of that process, bro. They have a problem with these gangbangers killing each other, right? But then they kill a gangbanger and justify it. Oh, well, he was a bad person. Then why the fuck do you have a problem when these fools are doing it? That's fucking wild, bro. And nobody ever bothers to piece those things together, bro. Those, you know, like, the situations together, bro. It's like, you don't have a problem when these police officers shoot gang members and kill them, right? You don't have a problem with that. You know, good. That's what they get. That's what he deserves. But you have a problem when a gangbanger kills another gangbanger. You get what I'm saying, bro? That's the kind of shit that irritates me, bro. That's like, okay, so you guys have a problem with a gangbanger killing another gangbanger, but you don't have a problem when a police officer kills a gangbanger because that's what he gets, is what he deserves. And then there's an issue when a gang member does it to another gang member. Okay, I guess. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was good talking. I gotta get back to the highlight. We gotta, hit it in. So we out. Wait, how the fuck do I end this shit?